So yes, I express my appreciation for everyone, and I won't repeat all the names of all the people who've made this retreat possible, but I do appreciate every one of you, and I know how much hard work you've put into this. A point about the T-shirt. Some time ago now, I was invited to join a WeChat group set up by a young person who wasn't so happy at the time, and their name for the WeChat group was Hoping for a Better Tomorrow. And I thought this was an extremely depressing title for a name for a group. So I changed the name to Making Today Better. You see, so that's the name, and we still have this group to this day. And so, well, if you make today better, then tomorrow will take care of itself. So, do what you can do. And so that's the background to the words on the T-shirt. Help make today better, and then tomorrow and the day after they'll be better by themselves. But also keep coming back. What can you do right now? Sometimes there's so many things to do and so many challenges, and so and you feel discouraged. With like climate change and all these big things, and so what can one little person like me do? Well, you try to make today better. You try to make right now better. You try to do the right thing right now, and that's all we have. We don't have anything else, do we? I mean, the past is a memory, future is thought. What we have is right now, and so we try to make that better. And it's a reminder of the importance of effort. And the Buddha referred to his teaching as a Viryavada teaching. It's a teaching of effort. And he said, if you believe that everything is preordained or decided by some heavenly being or some God, then why put any effort into your life? It's already been decided. Or everything is completely random, sort of the materialistic view, the same point, same objection. Well, why do anything if it's completely random? There's no relationship between cause and effect. But the Buddha says there is the law of karma underlying everything, and that's why we put forth effort into our lives, and we find joy and meaning and self-respect through that effort to make right now better, make today better. And we make sacrifices. We make sacrifices of small pleasures for greater happiness. There is some overlap. There are some innocent pleasures and worldly pleasures that are not a bar to following the Eightfold Path, but there are some which are in conflict, and so we take this stance. So we give up small pleasure for something greater, and often the renunciations are not like really showy things out in the world everyone can see, and often it's renunciation of views and opinions and conceit. That's the difficult one. And probably the most difficult is the renunciation of distraction. I have a Dhamma slogan, a new Dhamma slogan, which appeared to me during this retreat while I was walking around. So I have to explain it a bit. You may not be so impressed, but it may well be on next year's T-shirt. So it starts off with a bit of slang. It's like from my father's generation, really, and it's something that's really good and cool and efficient. And so you say, "Well, that's the business," you see, I don't know if you heard that one. Yeah, that's really the business. You get like a new car or a new piece of tech, and you say, wow, that's the business. So that's one part of it. And the other part is always looking for new translations and new ways of explaining familiar terms. And I came up with a new term for citta, or for the heart, for awareness. And it's isness. Okay? Isness. So my slogan is, isness is the business. Yeah. And it has that, you see, the very fact makes you laugh. It means there's something in that, isn't there? And you know, it can just bring it to mind. You know, when you're losing your mindfulness, you're getting distracted. Isness is the business. Come back to the isness. Where is the isness? So it's funny and you know, but it's also profound. The isness. Whatever you're doing, whether you're alone or whether you're with other people, whatever's going, there's this isness. Come back to the isness. The isness is the business. So that's, and yeah, I haven't told any stories on this retreat, and I'm going to finish off just one of my favorite stories, and you may have heard it before, but stories are like old friends. You know, it's like when you hear a story again, it's like, being reacquainted with an old friend, and you meet the old friend, and sometime you learn something new. It's something, you're changed, they're changed. So this story is about the master and his students by the side of the ocean, the sea, and he gets from the kitchen, he gets the calendars. Does everybody know what a calendar is? So a calendar is this sort of, how would you explain it? What's the Chinese for calendar? Yeah, so it's full of holes, okay? Yeah, so like for draining vegetables and things in the kitchen. Yeah, you know what it is, a colander. So he gives each of his disciples, he gives a calendar, he says, fill that up with water. And he stands there like, you know, and so everyone, well, you know, he's the teacher, you can't say, come on, that's ridiculous. You have to do it anyway. So they're all in the water and they're all sort of lifting out. Of course, when they lift up the calendar, then all the water drains out. And so they put it on its side and they try all these things. And eventually they give up. It's not, Bhante, teacher, Ajahn, it's not possible. He cannot fill this calendar with water. And he says, give it to me. And then he throws it into the sea. And it sinks down. He says, now it's full of water. Okay. So, you know, the teaching is, we're often like someone who's trying to fill a calendar, holding on to it like this. You know, I've given up so much, you know. If I'd given it, can't I just keep this? You know, I've given up that, so much more difficult, and I just have these kind of little things you want to keep hold of, and it's like you're trying to fill up the calendar with, it's like full of little holes, and you may say it's just a little hole. It's not a big hole. It's just this little hole. Yeah, but the water all drains away anyway, and that's how you lose the power and the liberating, transformative power of Dhamma, because you allow it to. Once you've got the precepts and you're okay. It's more these many little holes, and it just drains away through those little holes. So throw your calendar into the ocean of Dhamma. So I wish you all safe journey home, and see you again. And I have some news, high-tech news. We want some high-tech news. Yeah, you're going to say, this is so crazy. I heard this from a monk. So there's this new thing, and you may know all this already, and I may be just, it's just like Queen Anne's dead. But this thing called Notebook LM is by Google, and if you upload the link to the the video, within seconds you have a very clear and precise summary of all the points made in the video. Let's say for our purposes, a Dhamma talk. And in Thai also. You can have like Ajahn Jayasaro or a Dhamma talk in Thai, and it will give you a summary in English of the main points. But wait, you haven't heard the best bit yet. And the best thing is called audio overview. And that takes a bit longer, like 2 minutes or 3 minutes. And then you have this young man and young woman discussing the main points of the Dhamma talk. And it's so realistic, you won't believe that it's AI. And they say, yeah, so that was a really profound talk. He started off and then he told this story, and wow, yeah, I really, yeah, that point he made about this. And they just talk like human beings. So, why I'm telling you this is in terms of studying the Dhamma. This is another, something to take an interest in. If, in terms of summaries of talks and summaries of talks in Thai and from Ajahns, and of course it's not probably quite so. I just looked at it briefly, but it's not so complete as in an English talk, but it's still kind of amazing. So you can, when you get your phones back, and if you've got them back already, something to do with them. Okay. Yeah, it's a Google thing. Yeah. Okay, let's all pay respects to Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Oh, we haven't finished yet. You haven't. 5 precepts, important. Okay.
So it's page 155. We request for 5 precepts.
We start from the refugee or go straight?
Mayang Pante. So where is it? Oh, okay, yeah. It's Mayang Pante. Mayang Pante Ti Sarane Na Saha Pancha Silani Yajama Tuttiyampi Mayang Pante Ti Sarane Na Saha Pancha Silani Yajama Tatiyampi Mayang Pante Ti Sarane Na Saha Pancha Silani Yajama.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Saṅghāṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Saṅghāṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tutiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tutiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tutiyampi dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tutiyampi dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tutiyampi saṅghāṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tutiyampi saṅghāṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi.
ตติยัมปิธัมมังสรณังคัจฉามิ
ตติยัมปิสังฆังสรณังกัจฉามิ
ตติยัมปิสังฆังสรณังคัจฉามิ
ติสรณกัมมนังนิติตัง
อามะพันเต
ปานาติปาตาเวรมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิ
ปานาติปาตาเวระมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิ
อาทินนาดานาเวรมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิ
อาทินนาทานาเวระมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิ
กาเมสุมิชาจาราเวรมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิ
กาเมสุวิชาจาราเวระมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิ
มุสาวาทาเวรมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิ
มุสาวาทาเวระมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิ
สุรามิรยามัจจปมาดทานาเวรมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิ
สุราเมรยะมัชฌะปมาทฐานาเวระมณีสิกขาปะทังสมาธิยามิ
หิมานิปัญจสิกขาปทานิสีเลนะสุขติงยันติสีเลนะโภคสัมปทาสีเลนะนิพพุติงยันติตัสสมาสีลังวิโสทะเย
สาธุสาธุสาธุ and then we will request to go home.
That's okay ไม่ต้องก็ได้มันไม่จำเป็นก็ได้อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภะคะวะพุทธังภะคะวันตังอภิวาเทมิสุวัคคโตภะคะวะตาธัมโมธัมมังนัมมัสสามิสุปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนามามิ
กราบ